Coming to you live on air. What's up, Quinn? How you feeling, man? How you feeling? What's going on? Live on air. What's going on, y'all? How you living? What's going on? Appreciate y'all stopping by. Trying to trying something new today. I'm trying something new today. I'm starting this podcast. I'm joining the podcast family with They Gotta Chill Network, and here's my first rendition of on some solo ish, right? So work with me. I'm on some. I'm trying. Okay, we got an ad playing. We got an ad playing. Give it a moment. Let me clean my lenses right quick, and I got to check to see if my audio doing what it's supposed to do. So give me just a second. Ew. All right, let me see. I could do that over here actually. Do that over here. My channel. What up, Rocktastic? Okay, audio's good. All right, well, let me mute this before I start. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, so got both earphones in today, and I'm here to talk about the show BMF Black Mafia Family. For those of y'all who know or don't know, 50 Cent put out a show about Big Meech, and this is it. This is the one right here. All right, that's cool, Rocktastic. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Um, so I watched the season 3, episode 1. I took down some notes, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna talk to y'all about it because y'all fuck with me, so I fuck with y'all. I'm gonna let y'all join my life a little more each and every day. Each and every day, every little bit I can. I don't mind sharing a little bit. Oh man, got some grape penny. You know, I know some of y'all know what that is. Some of y'all may not, but got the grape penny. So BMF is about Big Meech and his journey as such a crazy ass trapper and whatnot. So yeah, that's the shit we on. That's the shit we on. Hold up, let's go over here since that's already where it need to be and put that up there. All right, that worked. That's working for me. Yeah, yeah. All right, Big Meat. He got in the cocaine game and he did his thing. I mean, if you listen to rap music, you heard the name before, and that's what I'm gonna say about this. Now, this is gonna be my opinion about the show. Obviously, I can't. Hey, welcome back, Quinn. Sorry if the ad was long, but gotta gotta pay the bills. Gotta pay the bills. So yeah, here we go. I'm just gonna talk about the things that I either noticed or whatever within episode 1, season 3, episode 1, BMF. Let's get into it. So, first thing I wrote down, I feel like Lala's acting is garbage in this show. I really do. So what happened with Lala? If y'all didn't catch the end of last season, at the end of last season, T and Lala is in the they in the whip. The guy Saint pull up next to him. He let off some shots in the vehicle, and season closed out. Season opened up with Markeisha critical in the hospital. So Saint missed Terry, shot Markeisha, and yeah. So I this is a tangent. This ain't exactly it, but I feel like Lala's acting has been trash over the past couple series she's been a part of. And I feel like that because there be some inconsistencies. She's been acting for so long. I mean, don't get me wrong. She does have good scenes and like she might even have good roles and stuff like that. But what's going on is Lala is she's doing what she's doing and is not hitting home like I feel like it should. Um, she's such a talented person, been at this for so long, and she there could be so much more she could offer. Um, so, damn, I went down this list. I jumped into that fast. First seeing T's at the hospital. Marquisha's in critical condition. I feel like T's level of worry is very substantial. It's a good performance. Um, it's a big deal. Um, I'm on the wrong page. That's why. That's why I'm on the wrong page. Am I on the wrong page? Nope, that's the other wrong page. Damn, how many pages? I did a couple pages apparently. That's one, two. All right, this is the first one. All right, I was on the right page. All right, so the yeah, Marquisha is on the she's in critical condition because Saint, who pulled up to the driver door, he let off like I don't know how many shots. He let off multiple shots into the driver door, completely missed the driver, shoots the passenger. Um, so passenger Marquisha is in critical condition. That's crazy work. Golly. I was fast forwarding. I was speeding through that episode. Um, so they the family pull up to the hospital. They find out Terry okay. Um, I've First of all, the way Lucille be shading Charles all throughout this episode is it's amazing. They low key that might be one of the funniest things in this show for real for real. Uh, I've been laughing about that all day for real for real. They get to the hospital. T's baby mom is like, it should have been you who got shot because they on the outs and T is moving in with or moving on with Marquisha is crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, Lucille Charles, yeah. Um, and then the one of the big takeaways is the little sister. She had a heartfelt moment with T. It was a really heartfelt moment with T at the end of that first scene, trying expressing she don't want to lose no more family. Misha went down to Atlanta and everything going wrong with the parents. We just trying. We just trying, man. So that's one thing. Next scene is going to cut down to Meech. Meech in there. He walk in there. He making a deal. He making a deal with the plug that he got from Goldie on trying to make connects. Not the plug. On the connect, he trying to make connections and get his money clean. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Except for Meech was like, how about instead of it being 15, I'm gonna do like 10. Can we do 10? I hit you on a five on that every time after. Nah, so all that smooth talking didn't even fly, and I feel like that made the scene even more genuine, for real, for real. Um, and then shout out to Meech because when he heard something happened to his brother, he was just like, man, it's all right, Marquise, she cool or whatever, but I'm worried about my brother, and that's his exact words in the scene. It's crazy. It's crazy. He came at Terry like all types of crazy, and it's man. What did he do? He said, oh, hold up, let me see. Yeah. So he called him Tender Dick T because basically he in this situation behind a woman, Marquisha. So T got in that situation because behind a woman, Marquisha's husband, baby dad, whatever. Right hand man is the one who took a shot at T and hit Markeisha. Crazy as can be. Um, and then T snapping on the people next to him. I feel like that was some really good acting. He the when he on the phone with Meek, she snatched the phone from him. He pushing him out the way. After he get off the phone with Meek, she like, if y'all want to be Meek's right hand man, then go down to Atlanta. Crazy, it's crazy. Oh shit, where we at? All right. So now Meek's down there in the club. He done made the deal with the guy in the club, trying to move forward. And Meech go down there. He meets some other people that's from Detroit. So, of course, they catching the vibe. Amongst those people is one of them is from Atlanta, and that's none other than Two Chains, aka Ty's uncle. Um, and shout out to Chains because I feel like he did alright in this show, especially since he's a rapper and not known as an actor. So, he gets a slightly more pleasant score. He gets a little extra grace from me for being in the show, and like I feel like he did a decent job on his part. So yeah, Two Chains he did his thing. So Meech in there, he trying to flex his money. The NBA players getting all the strippers. They in the strip club. NBA players get the strippers. Yeah, he meeting these people. Talk to Chains, aka Ty's uncle. Uh, and then they see the ops. The ops is Remy Ransom. Remy Ransom is the guy who guns down Two Chains' nephew, aka Ty. And I'm trying to tell you, it's on site. It's like, ain't that nigga right there? Yeah. Immediately walk across the strip club, meet throw the first punch. And they're getting it on. Just getting it on for real, for real. Um, Breaking bottles over heads, everybody rumbling. It's a crazy scuffle. I feel like that scene was so believable. It was so much to it. It's if you appreciate the cinematography, like the camera isn't stuck in one spot. It's a little bit here, a little bit there, getting these angles or catching people doing what they doing, but not overdoing it. And then what else made it, I feel believable to me, they in the strip club, nobody got their strap on them, so nobody got shot in this scene. It's just a crazy brawl. After the scene, it goes to a scene where Red Remy Ransom is talking to his homie like, "Yo, can't believe this light skinned nigga done stole on me or whatever. Had the nerve to throw the first punch. Blah 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 blah." It's crazy, but from that point on, it's the people from Detroit that's down there in Atlanta. They on some unified shit like Detroit versus everybody, and you already know when you rep where you from, that be some good shit. You just gotta come like that. You gotta come repping your city, repping your hood where you from. So they on some Detroit versus everybody shit. All right, so now we in the next scene. They having like a Detroit plus Chains meeting or whatever, talking about how they going to move to work. Meech got work coming down to Atlanta. Cool, but Chains like, hey, my nephew did not stamp you to me, so I'm not fucking with you. And he bounced up out of there, and like I feel like three or four people bounced with him, and they like, yo, Meech, you gotta get him on because without his network, you gonna have all this product, and nobody to move it. Solid, and I feel like on a performance base, I feel like Chains didn't sell that scene very well. But like I said, Chains isn't like he not like a decorated actor or anything. He dabbling and whatnot. I feel like he did a decent job at what he was doing. So I'm still vibing with Chains on this. Um, Had a scene in the hospital. I felt like that scene was garbage. I think that was when she it had to be when the cops rolled up on Marquisha trying to get her to talk about who shot her and stuff like that. And Marquisha, aka Lala, I feel like it's not built to play the role of these people supporting street niggas. That's not how it go. I don't know. It's not that it's not how it go, but it's like I got a love hate relationship with the way that she plays the character she plays because as y'all know she's played in Power, she's also played in The Shot, and it's like I got a love hate relationship with her playing her character, and at various points in time and whatnot. Um, so now let's talk about Remy Ransom. Remy Ransom is he basically they call him the Hood Robin Hood. Um, he he put in the Atlantic projects on his back. It's like The Wire, but it's deeper than The Wire because it's like he what happened? He getting lunches for the kids and whatnot. It's like it's really community. So at some point in the show, they talk about how he lost his younger brother. When he lost his younger brother, basically to the streets or whatever, he basically been giving back. How did he lose? I think they said they found him in the woods, beaten up or something like that. And he basically been like on some I'm taking care of the hood or taking care of where I'm from that point on. Um, so this thing weird. I'm sorry. I'm looking at my equipment and it's not updating the way according to what I'm anticipating. It threw me off. So yeah, he they out there they giving the youngins food. He giving them a little game and whatnot. And when I say game, I'm talking about actual knowledge. He not putting these youngins out here to sell they work or move anything. They not just lookouts on the corner for when the cops roll up. However, when the cops do roll up on Remy Ransom, it is a special unit that they are referring to as the Red Dogs. Red Dogs standing for Run Every Drug Dealer Out of Georgia. Um, and they come up, uh, they snatch a young bull lunch bag, like what you got in here or whatever, assuming that Remy Ransom giving them drugs to run around the city, and they not, and this is crazy. So it's so many levels and layers to that scene. First of all, and that scene is the clear apparent you can't trust law enforcement. Um, it's also showing that this type of law enforcement is going to have an effect later in the season. That it's crazy how they just run up on them. They beat them down right there in their projects in front of for everybody to see. Like making a name for themselves. Like just pause and think on that because this is a story from back then still holds up today. Like the way police brutality is, the way that police brutality is, it's straight crazy that they no difference from this retelling of the story and how it is today. But I'm trying not to get too deep in it. But it's like the way they broke down who the Red Dogs was, how they came about, and like the impact of that scene, it goes crazy. The impact of that Red Dog scene really goes crazy. Next up, we got a scene Lucille and Charles. They having a heart to heart. If I didn't mention it, Lucille wants a divorce because Charles got caught cheating last season, and she is giving him hell. Like every chance she gets, she giving this man bars. So in this one, I feel like it's amazing acting. They share like she in the bathroom, whatever, toying with her wedding ring, and Charles walks in. He goes to hug her, whatever. Because he doing whatever he can to try and fix the situation that he broke, right? So since he broke that, he trying or whatever, come up, give her a hug. She turn around, hug him, like head to the chest type, warm hug. Like it's a good feel. It almost feels like trust. And then she hits him with the line like, I used to really trust you, and the reason that's so big to me is because it's like the believability. Everything about that scene is believable. It's like almost being a fly on the wall of a woman fussing out her husband, or it's just super believable for me. Like I still want this divorce. I used to trust you, but you not like that no more. I don't know what's up with you. I don't know what has gotten into you, and it's absolutely crazy. Uh, that's good stuff. So yeah, it's crazy. What that say? All right. So in the next portion of the show, we got the cop. I cannot remember his name, but the cop, his son shot his bully. As y'all know, bullying is still a thing today. The quick recap on the son, he's just a regular kid. Like, I mean, if we compared him to today's standards, he's somebody who likes anime and he likes to draw. He draws his own comics and whatnot. He's good at it, and basically, he's getting picked on for it. His dad's a police officer who's investigating Meech and Terry and all this other stuff. But in the process of that investigation, he came across a weapon that was used in the murder, and he's trying to use it to leverage it. So he never turned it into the actual precinct. He kept that in the safe in his crib. Fast forward, Youngin's getting bullied. He grabbed the weapon, took it with him. So when he's getting bullied, plow, blew the bully away, killed the bully. And once you kill someone, you know it's some repercussions. Not only is it repercussions, when the ballistics came back on that gun, they realized it was used in other unsolved murders. So it's like, how did they ask an officer? How did your son get this? He don't got no answers. Everything is spiraling out of control. So he having his son believed like his dad is this great cop, and everything is going to be okay, even though he just shot and killed somebody. And the dad is actually letting him believe that to some degree, and I'm disturbed by that because like you are like I don't know. I mean, maybe that's what he felt was right. I don't know, but for me, I'm like you got to be preparing him. He's sitting in a cell, still coloring and whatnot, and still drawing his comics out. You know, expressing like, oh well, this character lost his powers, but they talking about the good guys always prevail and whatnot. It's a heartfelt moment, and it's not even a long scene, but it's just like the emotions because it's as he everything's going on, you realize there's nothing he could do to really. Who ordered all this fucking energy? That was crazy. Um, so what's that? What's that? Why it's not playing? Why it's not playing? I'm not even sure. I'm gonna see if I could get that refunded for you. I don't know why it's not playing. I checked it before. Where's my cursor? Where's my all this fucking energy? Okay, it is playing. It's not. Why is it? That's besides the point. All right, sorry about that. It played, it's just not in my headphones. So then I don't even need my headphones because it's yeah. So was talking about the cop and his interaction he had with his what's that called, his son. That was a crazy and heartfelt scene. Crazy heartfelt scene. Oh yeah, no, I heard that. It's just it didn't play through my headphones like it was supposed to. Um, maybe I no, that's not it. I don't know. I'll figure the that part out later on why it came from the actual laptop instead of through the headphones. But that's a technical difficulties and stuff. You know how things could be. Um, so yeah, he got this young man. He probably like 12, 13 years old. He's oblivious to the reality that hey, sign your pity. How you doing? He is oblivious to the reality he's about to face as a police's child, and it's crazy. Who ordered all this fucking energy? Yo, that sound is hilarious. That sound is hilarious. I don't know where it's coming. It's somewhere over there on my over there somewhere. I don't know. I think it's on the laptop. It's not coming out of the headphones like it's supposed to. But at least it's playing, so that's good. Um, I'm glad you're good. I'm glad you're good. Thank you for showing up just doing a little recap of BMF.
Who ordered all this fucking anime titties?
Anime titties, and I'm not even mad at it because I mean, who don't love a good pair of anime titties? Um, but yeah, why is it coming from over there? All right, focus, focusing. Next up, T apologized to his people that's there to support him. T, because like I said in the beginning, he snapped off on him like, "Yo, if you want to go be with Meech, you want to be Meech right here, man.
Emotional damage.
If you want to be Meech right here, man, then you gotta go down there with him." Um, yeah, so that's how that played out. And then he had a heart to heart with
Who
him.
ordered all this fucking anime titties?
Um, so I don't know. Okay. Um, so Terry, he having this heart to heart with his people. I didn't mean to talk to you like that. They have a funny exchange.
Who ordered all this fucking anime titties?
Oh man, when you let the channel points, like you're using it at all the wrong time. I say this for when I'm throwing hands or something. Which I most likely will be doing some more of that today. But before I get there, I'm just going to tell these people more about BMF. Um, there we go. He apologized and then T's emotional because he really wants to get back at the person who shot Markeisha. Um, and obviously get back at him. He wants to be the person to kill him. I understand. Like if somebody shot at me and hit my woman, I would want to get back at him too. But that's the whole thing. They got Meeks calling them Tender Dick T, and that to me that's one of the funniest shits I done heard all day. Close to it, if not. No, yeah. So at that point in time, no, that you absolutely right, Quinn. You absolutely right. I listen. If it wasn't there if it wasn't there, then I wouldn't have nothing to say. But I like it. You, you like what the name of the show? Which name? Um, but yeah, that's why it's there because why not? Why not? I'm just making sure I acknowledge it and shit. But oh yeah, that shit is hilarious. That shit is hilarious. He called him Tender Dick T, and that shit hollered because he in love or he thinking in love. That's not for me to decide. But he called him Tender Dick T because he all emotional and about to possibly mess up the moves to on what they really got going on the drug motion and whatnot. So yeah, T apologized to him. Everything coming through. Everything coming through on some shit and like, all right, cool, right? Next up, we got two cops. We got the cop's former partner, and she got assigned a new partner. So it's two lady cops, right? And they bickering back and forth. Like she introduced herself, like, "Oh, you the child of council person, this, that, and the third." She like, "Yeah, but this wasn't no cakewalk for me to get here." And she's like, I'm like, so they going back and forth. They really at each other's throat, even though they on the same team. Because I don't know. I felt like that was a good back and forth banter, but it's going crazy. So um, the actual dialogue was weak, but the one thing it clarified is that it who is this? Hey, you good? It's for you to enjoy, Quinn. It's like that's what it's there for. That's why you get channel points because you come to support me. Press that button when you got to press that button. Um, so it's saying I got to add in progress. If y'all can hear me, say y'all can hear me because there ain't no point in continuing. If y'all can't hear me, I got to add in progress. But if you can hear me, I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep it going because I was talking about the two women cops. All right, we got an ad playing. Okay. What up, Jen? What up, Nefru Noir? How you feeling? Just doing a little recap of BMF. I done watched it, took some notes, and you know, here we go with it. See, I got about 30 seconds left on the ad, a little more. I'm gonna give it just a second. Got my grape henny, you know what I'm saying? Got that grape henny. Ooh, this good. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. All right, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I should be back to y'all. I appreciate y'all rocking with me through this, cause yeah, I left off on it's two women police officers. They bickering back and forth because the new one is daughter of like a politician or whatever. So the older detective is like, "Oh, you got a cakewalk?" She's like, "Nah, I could have been anything in the world, but I chose to be this. You know, it ain't sweet, so cool." Like, and then I was saying the key thing for me about that scene is it gave clarity for sure that K9 did not snitch on Meech or Terry in this process, right? So it gave that much needed clarity. All right, I'll be here when you get back, Quinn. Um, so what I realized in the next scene, because it go to the next scene, Meech be talking. He telling all his plans. He telling all his plans. I mean, granted, he talking to people also from Detroit and people he's supposed to be squatting up with, but yo, he really running his mouth and it's going crazy, crazy. Um, so he give a complete layout of what he trying to do, what he getting done, right? And that's cool because I feel like as the viewers, we needed that as a gangsters. Like, damn, it don't make sense. And then like in some of the Welcome Back and some of the other Power shows or shows produced by 50 Cent, you know, they leave like the plans to just unfold in plain time. So it's like it's a different approach. I'm not a big fan of it, but like he laid out what the whole play was supposed to be. Also in that, you know, he is a rapper in the booth and in this scene. So Meech on some OG shit to him, like, yo, you got some talent. You know, you ever get a chance, you get away from these streets and keep doing that shit with that talent you got. Like, don't let it go. Keep doing that shit with that talent. All right, cool, boom, bet. Um, so, one thing to notice, like I said, Meech he is down in ATL. Terry is up in Detroit. Meech called one of the hitters up in Detroit, like, yo, do not let Terry make a move on Saint. Uh, you gotta find Saint and you gotta do it. Terry can't get his hands dirty. Meanwhile, Terry's like, I no, not Terry. Terry is like, sorry, my phone started tripping, listening to me and whatnot. Um, he like, I want to be the one to pull the trigger, yada yada yada, blase blase. You know, getting all hype, emotional, and understandable. But that's exactly why Meech is calling him Tender Dick Terry. Um, so Meech make that call. That call happens. So when they find Saint, they take care of it. They let T know that, hey, we found him. Also, it's taken care of, and that you know, talk to Meech about it, or you know, however you want to feel about it. You gotta talk to Meech about it. Cool, that's dope, that's fire, or whatever. But Meech giving that good support all the way down from ATL up to Detroit. Where we at? All right, so next in the show we got Charles getting mad. Why Charles getting mad? Like I said, he on the outs. He got caught cheating, and now everything coming to a head. This particular time in the show is either when Meech had food and flowers delivered to his mother, or is when they sitting down for grace. So I'm gonna go over both scenes, right? Gonna go over both scenes. So in both scenes, it starts with one of the homies stopping by the crib to drop off food to to Lucille to the Flannery household or whatever, right? Drop off some steak, potatoes, greens, or whatever, and then Charles was like, let me walk you to the thank you, let me walk you to the door. As y'all know, Charles is no longer the head of this household. Like Charles is not being trusted in this. So Charles head over to the he had right over the he walked with him around his arm around or whatever. It's like, yeah, nigga, I don't know what you heard, who told you what, but this still my house. Give me the key back or whatever, right? So of course he he just doing what was asked of him by Meech, gave him back the key or whatever, but Charles really butthurt. Fast forward, they having dinner. The food that he brought over, Lucille done cooked, and they having dinner. And when she say grace, she's like, thank Meech for sending this food. Thank Terry for keeping the rent paid. Blasey, blasey, blah. And amen. And Charles was sitting there like, I can't believe this. I can't believe this disrespecting my house. Like his face crazy. He get saltiest of the episode award for real, because he's just so damn salty. Um, so then what happened? Next scene with Lucille and Charles. They talking about what they talking about. They talking about how she don't trust the people at the church that they've been attending. Like they always looking at her, judging her, always in a business. It's crazy. It really is. Always in a business. So, ooh, excuse me. Um, and she feels some type of way. So we're like, yeah, I need to find a new church home. I just want to say that's realistic. Every time I hear somebody tell me that they went to couples counseling at church, and this is real life I'm talking about. People go to couples counseling at church. Somehow, the whole congregation ends up finding out about it, and people over there they out there judging you at night. And this is crazy that I mean, granted, they had a public falling
Who
out
ordered all
or
this
whatever.
fucking anime titty?
They had a public falling out. Um, so yeah, that's why I'm like, man, that scene, I felt that scene. I felt like the acting was A1. That was a good scene. The feelings was valid. And then Charles was left salty again. He's like, yeah, we do need another church. We do need to do this. We do need to do that. Yeah, because I don't need people knowing I'm getting a divorce and blah blah blah. And then he just looks so upset, and it's funny as hell. Um, so now we're gonna go back down to Meech down in Atlanta. Meech, he done got his work. Terry done sent the work down to Meech, and he got it. He dishing it out. So when it come to Ty Uncle, aka Two Chains, who said, "Hey, I wasn't doing this." Or whatever. He's like, I'm not rocking with you. I ain't giving you a chance because Ty didn't stamp you. So now he picking up the bags. Meech like, yeah, they normally go for 30, but I'm gonna give them to you for 25. Low key, he lining them up because right after he leave, he said, yeah. So if anybody else come around asking for that price, we know who talking. Um, so that's he definitely lining them up with that. However, it's a good joint. My only issue is last time we saw Two Chains, he's like, Ty never stamped you. I'm not fucking with you, and rolled out. So what made Two Chains come back to see the work or check the work out? Now the only answer I came to is that I mean they did mention how shit was drying up in the streets. Got to get it from somewhere type shit. I get it. I can get it. I feel it. But I don't know. And then it's like Two Chains is becoming like with each scene that Two Chains has, he's becoming more rapper, less actor. So yeah, cops go to La La room. So it's the two woman cops. It's a black woman cop and an Asian woman cop. The two I was telling you that was bickering back and forth. They go see Markeisha in the hospital. They trying to interrogate her, ask her questions. You know who did this? Why they did this? Is there some retaliation? Blah blah blah. And she's not giving them nothing because she's not supposed to. She this close to the game. She should know not to talk, and she don't talk. But the quotable that came out of this is the cop, the black cop. She say, that dick must be amazing for you to go through this. And Markeisha goes, it's worth every single inch. I'm like, that's the bar of the episode. Like it's other art, it's other things that it's other bars in this episode, but that had to be the top bar of the episode, at least in my opinion. So that shit is crazy. But next scene, we got a homie telling Meech everything about Remy Ransom, about what happened to his little brother, how in tune he is with the city, and all of that shit. It is pretty ratchet to say, absolutely ratchet to say. But she said every single inch. I'm like, and my well, you wasn't here yet, but I was saying I don't even like Lala's acting, but I feel like that was one of her better scenes of this episode. She got some ups and some downs, so that was one of her better scenes. So Meech is talking to one of the homies that's from Detroit, and that homie is giving him the full rundown on Remy Ransom and whatnot, his background story, who he got beef with, who he friends with, all of that shit. And I'm like, only thing I could think of is, yo, this nigga sure do talk a lot. I mean, let's see. Yeah. So only thing I'm like, yo, he running his mouth a lot, and loose lips sink ships. I mean, granted, he Meech homie and not Remy Ransom homie, but we'll address that later. I cannot remember his name, but he got like a slick back ponytail in the show. Um, let's see. So then we gonna cut to this scene where T at the record shop, and at the record shop he just looking around, just saying like, "Man, this meat shit. This what meat wanted. This meat shit, blasey blasey," and that's cool. That's cool, right? But the underlying thing is, it's like, because people don't always look at stuff for what they only look at what's being said, not what's not being said. The underlying thing to me is T is trying to get up out of Meech's shadow. Like, you don't went to Atlanta. I'm running shit in Detroit. I'm doing shit my way. Even though most of the niggas, they got loyalty to Meech and they fuck with T, but they loyalty to Meech. Um, T wants out of his shadow. With that being said, he talking about, I gotta get out of this, about moving the meeting location for the BMF, for the Black Mafia family, up out of the record store. So that's something to know about. Next part, we got a shootout. We got the homie Rip. He crossing the street. As he crossing the street, hella slow, might I add. Um, Remy Ransom's boys, they hop out of they whip, and they got automatic weapons, and they letting that shit. Welcome back. They letting that shit fly. Like they emptying every bullet in the magazine, Call of Duty style, and he only got hit once. That's the crazy part. It's like, because I've gone to the range and whatnot, I do understand. It's, especially with those caliber weapons. Yes, it is hard to aim, but as far as TV, it was crazy. And with all them shots going off, I feel like Meech and who he was in the car with responded kind of slow. But Meech hop out, he get ripped into the car and whatnot. And then as that happens, another car pulls up. This is the MK gang. They start letting off on Remy Ransom's boys. Kill both of them, so at least somebody connecting their shots. It's not just like 100 something shots being fired and nobody's hit. Um, so after they dropped them, they turned the guns on Meech and the Detroit people. And this is the only part like I'm like this is gas. This is they went extra on this. They went extra on the part. They reversed, and while they reversing, Rip had dropped the bag when he got shot. So when they reversing, Meech hanging out the car and he scoop up the bag. And I'm like, that's a fly scene for an action film. I don't know how I feel about it right here, but the scene itself was a fly scene. I ain't gonna hold it. It's a fly scene. In real life, do I see that happening in the actual shootout? I have no idea. I don't see that reverse being so good. I don't see getting shot at being able to drive so smooth. On a personal note, it's like it doesn't fall in the believability factor. But it's definitely entertaining. It's hella entertaining. Um, Remy Ransom a real nigga, yo. Why is Remy Ransom a real nigga? When he got word that his people got gunned down and died, he said, "Yo, go tell the family I'm paying for the funeral. Go get them some food. Make sure they good." He had people putting in work for him. They got put down, and he immediately like taking care of the family. So Remy Ransom, his roots really run deep in those projects, and he really showing out for real, for real. Like that's a real nigga. That like if you moving all that type of work through there, then yeah, he on some real nigga shit. Um, After the Remy Ransom scene, because it was sad, because he gotta tell the family what happened to their people and all that, and it's anyway, he's just saying he's sending somebody to do it. Next scene, we back at the male cop who's suspended for having the firearm illegal. I mean, if you watch the show, you know who I'm talking about. He talking to his son. They taking his son to juvie. He's no longer in the holding cell. It's time to go. Shit's getting real. Shit's hitting the fan. He come up. He snatch his pencils and his book and whatnot, and he telling them, "Look, you gonna be in there with a bunch of other kids. Don't talk to none of these motherfuckers. Don't tell them who I am or like. No, I feel like he should have said, don't tell them who I am to you, etc. Because he a cop, you know. So yeah, his son is going to jail. He's going to juvie rather. He's going to juvie. It's real shit, and he only got these couple of moments as they carrying him out to give him a rundown because he did not properly prepare him because he thought because he a cop or something he was about to get some special treatment, and that's probably normally the case. But now you a cop that look dirty to the rest of the people in your district or whatever it's called in this police station because you had a gun that your son used to then kill his bully. Yeah, so it's a lot of questions being raised. So because of that, I feel like he left his son so unprepared for what he was about to deal with, and it's crazy. Now I'm about to spin back to Lala. Lala come up out of the hospital, and basically what happened is they just like, yeah, I'm so happy to go, blah blah blah. The one point I wanted to make mention of because it may be something to think about later. She did not tell T that the cops came to visit her in the hospital before she got discharged. It's crazy. Um, I definitely touched on the grace already when Lucille's like, think Meech, think Terry, but didn't say nothing to Charles. But what I did not touch on about that same scene is when T comes in with Markeisha. So at the family table having dinner after they say that crazy grace, we got T's baby mom who's currently pregnant with child number 2. We got his mom, his little sister, and his dad. T walks in with the new woman of interest, aka Markeisha, and baby mom is fed up, cussing T out as she should, cause you bring your new work to the family home. Like after everything they went through in seasons 1 and 2, you this how you treating her. So yeah, she big mad, rightfully so, um, and she going off. She eventually take Terry T Junior, and they walk out the front door. When they walk out the front door, Lucille, aka T's mom, was like, asked the little sister, "Hey, can you take Markeisha upstairs to his room?" And I'm like, "All right, that's cool." But the thing about that is when she do that, T sit down with Lucille and Charles. They's like, "Look, you can't be living like this. You can't be running around with her. You still got her here. Blah blah blah." He like, "I got too much stuff to worry about. I'm moving out." Um, what I briefly skipped over is he told Markeisha as they was leaving the hospital that he bought a crib and it's an escrow, blasey blasey, so he got a crib for him. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Um, so yeah, Char- the little sister come downstairs like, T moving out. Can I get his room? Lucille me was like, nah. Charles getting his room, aka Dad, and he just looking like, for real, homie, you should be happy. You should be happy with the fact that she allowing you to stay in the house and not being all cutthroat about it. For real. That's all I'm saying. Um, yeah. So, like I was telling y'all earlier, Meech told the homie to take care of that situation for T. He does. The cops go. They find the body. It's like, I'm sure that T got something to do with this, but we don't got no proof. Blasey Blasey. It's both the woman cops. So the Asian cop, aka the cop that been on the show longer, asked her new partner, after seeing the body, like, "Hey, can you go get the fingerprinting kit?" And she does. She goes outside, and this Asian cop takes at least 2 keys of coke, tucks it in her jacket. What she's going to do with that, I have no idea. I have no idea what's going to happen with that coke she's removing from the crime scene. But now she on some shit just like her partner. So some shit's going to happen. Some shit's going to happen. But I feel like it is important to notate because why is she doing that? First she was on the up and up. Now she's switching up. I don't know. It's so that her partner could get money for a lawyer for the youngin or whatever. But it's something going on there. I can't even begin on that thought process on why that happened. But it happened. So T is at the record shop. He let everybody know, hey, we I got a new spot. It's gonna be a restaurant, blasey blasey. So he had told them all, we moving out of the record shop. We going. I got me a restaurant. And then at that moment, Meech give him a call. And the best part about this is just it really sound like two brothers talking. Like you tend to dig tea, and you like they just busting each other's chops the whole time. The whole time. And it's like it just gave them really good vibes. It really did. Um, and it just felt it was a real good feeling. Like I said, T is trying to get out to meet your shadow, so they moving out of the record store. Now he got the shop. He's serving his niggas calamari. They look at it like, what the fuck is this? Like, like when you ain't been shown nothing or you ain't never experienced nothing, that's how you react to something as simple as calamari. But hey, that's small potatoes. But that conversation between Meech and T was dope. Meech is talking about how the highway runs up the eastern coast. It connects to every state in the country and down into the Florida Peninsula. Like that's dope. You can hear the planning. You can hear like the way he thinking, cause like he like, yo, this is gonna be big. I'm gonna be like big. Me. If you should know who Big Meech is, so you should understand the gravity of how big he's envisioning this, and it's dope. It's fire. Um, Last scene, right? No, I didn't turn off the soundboard. I never actually put sounds into that soundboard, but the blurp soundboard still works. But I definitely did not. I'm not going to turn off the soundboard. I'm that I enjoy the random buttons. So I'm like just one time for the one time. Where is that? I got you. One time for the one
Who ordered all this fucking anime titty?
time. It's still there. It's still there. It's just I gotta finish updating the channel. But yeah, last scene is the homie that was telling Meech everything about Remy Ransom. I fast forwarded too much. Give me 1 second. Last scene, Meech trying to meet up with somebody named Glock. Glock is in the strip club. Meech pull up to the strip club. Glock got people outside. They not letting Meech in. They exchanging words. Testosterone flowing everywhere. It's crazy, right? So they can't get in. They finally accept that. They step over. They walking back to the cars. Meech, three people from Detroit and Two Chains or whatever. So they standing there. Remy Ransom pull up, drag a body from out the car. It's the bull with the slick hair with the ponytail who gave Meech the whole rundown on who Remy Ransom was. So drop him at Meech's feet, and that was that's some crazy shit. So they didn't get into an actual altercation at this club, but it's getting hectic. He dropped the body. He dropped him off right at his feet. Dead or alive, it doesn't. You can't really tell. He's not moving though. He's not budging. He's definitely unconscious at minimum. But
Who ordered all this fucking anime titty?
he's unconscious at minimum. So you see, the only issue I had with this scene, right, is because like I was telling you, Two Chains, he just looked like a rapper. They drop him at their field, whatever. Niggas puffing their chest out and whatnot, and then like you see Chains in the camera like doing some shit. I'm like, that's just some shit a rapper would do. Like they don't got nothing to do with your character in this show, bro. And like me personally, I got an ad about to start in 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I told you the sound's still there. Um, yeah, so me personally, Chains was overdoing it with that. So I mean, if y'all did watch that episode, this would be a great time to get feedback. Um, I love the theme song of that one. That's how the episode ended with them dropping him at the feet, and then they go into a narration from actual Meech, like it's not going how I thought it would, blasey blasey, and then yeah, no, that it is straight fire. It is straight fire. Um, so yeah, what sound? What sound you like to hear? The anime titties? But yeah, so what I'm gonna be doing, because I got only the computer hooked up right now, I'm going to. I mean, unless anybody got something they want to say about BMF, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this down, and then what time is it now? 7:33. I'm gonna be back at 8 o'clock with some MK, possibly something else on Xbox. But yeah, I appreciate y'all coming to the first installment. I told you gotta save the channel points. I got you though. I got you. Here we go. One time for the one time, and there you go.
Who ordered all this fucking anime titty?
I got you, Quinn, because I appreciate you being here. So, as always, I'm your host, Practice Needed. This podcast is going to be called Man with a Microphone, and As of right now, we starting off with reviews of shows such as BMF. It's going to be it went on the ad. I'll play it again for you. Um, as always, you can find me on the They Gotta Chill network. Get all your podcast needs. They Gotta Chill, Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcast. They Gotta Chill, and you'll find me on there. You're gonna find this one, man with a mic, and you also gonna find a Quality Nonsense podcast. I'm on that one as well. Um, and also you can catch me on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch at Practice Needed, and on Instagram it's practice.needed. And I mean, hey, I appreciate y'all, and thank you for coming out. I'll be back in about a half hour, just so we could kick it, have a little good time. One time for the one time Queen.
Who ordered all this fucking anime titty?
I appreciate you stopping by, and until next time, keep practicing, and I'm out.